guys. There's been a lot of situations or issues this year arising from a lot of people getting burned by the markets, and I think you know it's just funny because most people never complain over the last few years as the market just kept going up and up and up and up. And I mean, let me show you exactly what I'm talking about. So I'll put it on the monthly chart here, right? So between 2009 and 2017, everybody was just happy, right? Everything was going up and up and up. Every time the dip happened, it was always bought. So everybody was always thinking, well, it's going to work. This year it's been challenging so far because whenever we have dips, they rarely get bought up, and there's always big drawdowns, and people end up buying the wrong things or they get stopped out, and so on and so forth. So there's been more incidents of people getting screwed over by the market because they keep buying this year, as opposed to like several years. 2017 was one of those years where literally you could just mind-numbingly buy the dip at any point, and you would have been profitable 1 or 2 weeks out. So as would be expected, right? I mean, we run a business of helping traders. The number one complaint or question, I suppose, is that why isn't my buying the dip working, right? And it's different because for us, we're not, dip buyers. We trade every day, but we're not swing traders in a sense that we'll buy the dip today and hold it for 2 weeks. That's just not us. So, um, first of all, again, not every market is going to go up, obviously, but that's the thing. We've created a generation of traders who have grown accustomed to dips being bought, that now that suddenly the punch bowl is being taken, they're so confused as to what to do. And it's a generational thing. It's a central bank thing. They created this, no harm can happen to you kind of environment that has caused a lot of complacency in the market. And I feel for those guys who really don't know what they're doing. I'm fortunate enough that I've lived through 2005 all the way to now, that I know how it feels to have a very negative day and how it is to be a very to have a positive day. But for people who started to day trade from 2009 or 2011 or 2014, they've only known this market. They don't know this market. They don't know how to trade this market. They don't know how to trade this market. They've only known this. Look at, if you look at 1996 to 2009, we have a cyclical type of market. Look at what we had past 2010. We literally just have a parabolic market. Again, much due to the fact that we are in a huge central bank stimulus environment, right? Central banks keep pouring trillions of dollars into the stock market, or, to give you a sense that nothing will go wrong. So, again, that's why we have a generation of traders who are so ill-equipped to deal with the current market volatility because, again, they don't know anything. Say you learned or you started trading in 2017, you literally would not know what to do. As you can see, it was just going up. There was only one red month, one down month in 2017. Every day, every month was just positive, right? So if you made so much money in the last 7 years, you should be thanking your lucky stars. You should be, enjoying that. But if you're gonna blow it all away in 2018, again, that's more on you than it is on the market, right? So, there's a lot of videos on YouTube, and I'm not going to be one of those guys who will tell you, oh, this is why you can't succeed as a day trader. That's not my job. There's a lot of articles and a lot of talks about that. For me, it just boils down to this, right? It's just discipline, ultimately, right? It's very simple to follow a system, but it's not easy to stick to that system. Do you get the subtlety of what I'm saying, right? Very simple. I could give you a system that says you look for this and you buy, and you look for this, you sell. You can follow that. Every person has the bare minimum intelligence to follow instructions. What isn't very simple or easy is the fact that, okay, you made your money, stop trading. No, usually what people will do is they'll go back and be like, well, I made $600. I'm going to go back. Maybe I can make $1,000. And then usually what happens, they lose their money and then they start blaming the market. Okay, so it all boils down to discipline. And like I said, I'm not going to go into a huge discourse about how you suck as a trader or how people suck as a trader. There are enough stats, studies, reports, articles on that, and you can investigate at great length at your own, at your own time. But for me, I've learned a lot over the last, 13, 14 years of trading, and I didn't come to where I am just by, consuming a lot of information online or in books. I had people like smart, intelligent traders help me along the way, and they know who they are. They've guided me, they mentored me, and I've spent the money to really invest in my trading knowledge. Most people don't do that. Again, it doesn't matter if you don't believe in learning from somebody. Don't, I guess. I don't care. What you should probably believe in is investing in yourself and learning, right? Whether it's trial and error or testing a theory and then and improving that, that is something. Everybody has their own opinion about the market, about the whole learning how to trade thing and all that. Some people wanna go and learn, and that's great. Some people think that I'd rather not put $6,000 onto this guy. I'll just go and put this in my trading account and then take my chances there. And some people do that, and most of the time they do fail. That's not something I made up. Look it up. Reputable statistic firms, actuarial studies firms, have confirmed that from brokerage reports, about 95%, 90% of clients who deposit their money eventually blow up in 6 or 7 months. That's not something I made up, right? So the whole point of this video is the fact that it's funny how people do take chances with their money, knowing that the odds are already stacked against them. But whether it's through human stubbornness or uh, natural disgust to advice, it is what it is, right? So you know, I don't see, and again, the funny part about this is that over the last 50 years, the statistics have not improved at all. And it's funny because over the last 50 years, we've had this huge technological revolution. We now have a supercomputer on our hands, i.e., the smartphone, and yet we're still not smarter. You know what I mean? So it's a funny thing, like I said, because we're still repeating the same mistakes as people back in the 80s or 90s, and it all traces back down to discipline. You can't create an app, you can't create a machine that will force you to be disciplined. That is still something you got to work on your own, right? And I'm not here to tell you, oh, hey, take my class and you'll learn. I could care less. I'm just saying specifically that I'm telling you exactly why so many people are struggling this year, because of what's happening at the moment, because they are so ill equipped to handle these kinds of market moves. And until somebody decides to really learn how this market trades, they're going to always end up losing money. And you probably know somebody, it could be you, it could be your cousin, it could be your friend, whoever. You probably know somebody who tried their hands in the market and probably got raped and are pretty pissed off and they're blaming the market for this. Some people are even blaming Trump, which is still funny in its own right. So, you know, from somebody who was once at your, at that stage, I've lost money when I was starting out. I improved because I got help. I got out and sought help, right? If you don't, if you think that you can still figure this out on your own, homie, God bless. I hope it works out for you, right? I mean, some people can do it, like I said. But I see nothing in the last 50 years that has given me confidence that, you know, individual traders can do this on their own. Because if they could, the statistics should have improved. It should be only 80% of people will lose their money instead of 95. That 95 or 90% stat has still been around since 91, since 1983, since 1978. That hasn't changed. So, you know, I don't ever wish for any new trader to lose money in the market because it's such a painful, very emotional thing to happen. But it will continue to happen until people get smarter, and that's just how it is. And that's why, like the market, like these big people in the market are making so much money off of the retail guys because the retail people think they know what they're doing, and they end up actually losing a lot of money. And these guys, in the pro world are doing so well. It's a zero sum game. Somebody has to lose money for you to make money. That's just the nature of the beast. So If you're struggling this year, I really hope you will go and get some help. I don't care who it's from. I don't care if it's from a book or from a website. Get help before it's too late. When your account goes to zero, that's when it becomes really difficult, and it's not going to be fun for you. It really won't be. Trust me, I know because I was once there, and it wasn't fun at all. So I hope you will at least internalize what I'm saying. I'm not trying to be a dick, trying to be an asshole or a cocky SOB. I'm just telling you the truth as to how this business is, right? And this business can take everything from you if you let it and you're not disciplined enough. Okay, so um, if you are still trying to figure things out, I wish you the very best. I hope you will get out of the funk that you're in, and you go in the right direction. Right? Seek help, get some help, get all the help you need. Invest in yourself. Right? Learn how to really do this so that you can start to be very profitable. Okay, so take care. God bless, and I'll talk to you next time.